not have really thought, gee, how would I approach this if I was a spiritual assistant? And so to sit there and to try to look at you know, a detached fraternity, it's, you know, you don't know these, I mean, it's not a big world. We know everybody, you know, we know each other. But, you know, you can sit back and you can watch and you can observe from the eyes of a spiritual assistant. We do that for at least 6 months. When we explain about assignments, we do not assign. We would look at the list of fraternities that do not have spiritual assistants, and so we would try to, you know, we have a pretty good idea after 2 years of the gifts of each person and where they may best serve, and so we would go to that fraternity and say, you know, try this person out on a trial basis. Call your provincial spiritual assistant, ask your spiritual assistant, if provincial spiritual assistant, if this is okay, and go from there. The provincial spiritual assistant always has the last word as far as assigning a spiritual assistant to your fraternity, because they need to be responsible for providing spiritual assistance. They're going to be responsible for what this person says and does.
And it's a 6-month, pretty much.
Yeah.
Discerning
6-month trial period.
for the person and the fraternity.
And if it works out and which should be anyways, any spiritual assistant that you get in your fraternity, if you don't think it's a good fit, then you have every right to call the provincial spiritual assistant and say, we don't think this person, friar, brother, or other, is a good fit for our fraternity.
I want to clarify one point. When I talked about not being dominant as a spiritual assistant, I did not mean be passive. That's equally bad. You don't want to be just sitting back there doing nothing. You don't guide the fraternity. That's the responsibility of the council. But you are important. You have an important component there in liturgical activity, in reflections, in spirituality, in a resource that way, and in formation, to be present. So we don't want passivity and we don't want dominance. And it is kind of a delicate balance to achieve.
It is.
And that's all part of the training. So don't be passive. Okay? We don't want people just sitting back and letting everyone do it as if it doesn't matter whether we're there or not. It does matter. It is an important role.
Okay, it's almost 3 o'clock.
Do you know where we're supposed to go for the 3 o'clock session?
I don't think there is a 3
I don't
o'clock.
think there is.
Plenary session.
Plenary session.
Oh, plenary session, I'm sorry.
Yes,
You're right.
sorry.